Hi, I'm Mandy and welcome to my kitchen. So it's a Monday morning and I'm going to do myself some eggs for me and my friends. This is one of my go-to recipes and it's just really simple, tasty, and you can mix it up as you like. So we can talk about that as we go. So basically I've got a small frying pan here which I'm just going to put onto my little gizmo, and just a really gentle heat. Oil of your choice. I've got some ghee melted already in there, but whatever you have to hand use. 3 eggs, 2 eggs, you choose, you're eating it. And just breaking them in, no eggshell, like me. And it's got to be quite a slow heat to start with, because I don't want them overcooking or cooking too quickly, because what we're going to be doing is we're kind of making like an egg pizza. So the base is the egg, and then what we're going to be doing is putting the salt and pepper in with that. So whilst it's still got all the egg whites in there, and the egg whites not cooked, that's when we want to put the seasoning into that, so it all sinks in. And then the pepper to that, and then we're going to add the cheese. And the cheese is just going to melt really nicely into that. Now, ideally, if you can get your eggs a bit more, so your yolks are sort of spread over, but it all goes down the same hole, doesn't it, in the end? So just a bit of cheese, grated cheddar. I like a nice mature cheddar, but again, you could use a feta, you can use a parmesan, you could really go to town with this. Some mozzarella, because you're just making a little cheesy egg extravaganza, and that's just cooking slowly like that. And while that's doing, we can cut some avocado up. And also what I've got here is I've roasted these are one of my go-to recipes, which is literally slow roasted tomatoes. These are cherry tomatoes, and sometimes I find in the winter they can get a little bit bland and a little bit don't carry too much flavour, but by just giving them a little roast and in a little bit of olive oil, and I also use a white balsamic vinegar, which just adds a touch of sweetness. So I literally have a tablespoon of white balsamic and a tablespoon of olive oil or an oil of your choice. And the eggs are going. I'm going to turn that down a little bit. You don't want them sort of over sizzling. You want to keep it like in a really nice slow heat, so that the cheese gets a really good chance to melt. And you can see it's just wobbling around in there, cooking nicely. And then what I'm going to do is and these go in the oven, so cut in half, drizzled with salt, pepper, white balsamic, olive oil, 160 in the oven for 20 minutes, 25 minutes. You could put them on a slower roast, and I literally have these tomatoes on everything. I'll put them in salads, I put them in soups, I have them with some bread and some feta, and just mix it in. And yeah, they're just a real go-to for me. And I always sort of think to myself, I just need to do a whole vat of them for the week, because they never last that long and I'm always chomping away at them. So while the eggs are cooking, I'm going to just sprinkle some tomatoes on there. Now you could also, go with the old Florentine pizza and put some rocket on top, a bit of spinach, anything you've got to hand. And they're just in there like that. Asparagus. I do like to get some veggies into my breakfast always. And here's some, this is my vegan pesto, but I'm just going to put a few little blobs of that around as well, and just give it a little bit, just a big taste sensation. If it's spitting, which mine is, it's probably because I've got it on too high. And I'm just really just going with what my taste buds are saying to me. And these are quick and easy, and I'll often have this as a dinner as well, or a lunch, or it's a brunch. It's really, sometimes I always say to myself, if you've got eggs in the house, you've got a dinner. A bit of avocado, And we're going to just put that on the side. Put that on the side. And voila. And literally, these are ready to go. All that juicy butter, all that taste. Just pouring it all over the top there. And enjoy. It's going to taste really good. So get creative with this. Get creative with the eggs. So you can use a bigger pan if there's more of you, or you know, if you're just really greedy and you want to have like 6 eggs to yourself, then go for it. And get really creative with all your vegetables and enjoy. If you like this recipe and want to try some more, subscribe to Mandy's Kitchen on the link below.